This is the story about the Lucky Tiger Mine. This old mine is located in Humboldt County, Nevada, within the Buckskin mountain range not far from Paradise Valley. Unlike a lot of old mines we read about, this mine is not very old. In fact, it could be considered a really new mine. I couldn't find any photographs of when the mine was actually running, but I did come across quite a few after the mine had shut down, so this video will be comprised mostly of those photographs. Originally, this deposit was discovered in 1906 by a couple of prospectors who lived nearby. These guys are said to have done a bit of mining and were trying to mill out some ore, but things never worked out. It wasn't until the Nevada Lucky Tiger Company arrived in the mid-30s that things really got serious. Established around 1937, this company got the mine up and running, and by 1938, full-scale operations were underway. The scale of development was impressive. A sprawling smelting and milling complex was constructed with the involvement of ASARCO, one of the major players in the American mining industry at the time. Their expertise brought industrial-level efficiency to this remote corner of Humboldt County. At its height in the 1940s, the Lucky Tiger Mine employed an estimated 80 to 100 workers, including miners, mill workers, mechanics, cooks, and support staff. And this wasn't just a job site, it was a fully self-sustaining mining camp, almost a miniature town in its own right. The site featured a full mill, a hoist house, an assay lab, machine shops, bunkhouses, a cookhouse, and even a few modest family homes. While never formally incorporated, the settlement likely housed between 100 and 150 residents, all living and working in this remote outpost. The mill itself was a marvel for its time. It was designed not only to process high and low-grade gold and silver ores, but also handle a more complex mix that included copper, lead, zinc, iron, antimony, and arsenic. While this made the operation more technically challenging, it also offered greater profit potential, at least for a while. Ownership of the mine changed hands in 1942 when the Buckskin National Gold Mining Company took over. Mining operations carried on sporadically into the mid-1950s, but like so many ventures of the era, the Lucky Tiger faced an uphill battle. As ore quality declined and operational costs rose, the boom began to lose steam. However, by 1957, the whole operation came to a grinding halt. Families packed up and moved on. The once bustling camp had gone bust and was left to the elements. But unlike many ghost sites that simply disappeared into history, the Lucky Tiger was documented in detail by the Historic American Engineering Record in the late 1960s. Their survey preserved a wealth of drawings, photographs, and technical data, offering an invaluable glimpse into the architecture, infrastructure, and daily life in a mid-century Nevada mining community. From what I've read, you can still go out to where the old mine and mill was. You will need a high-clearance four-wheel drive, as the roads would probably be pretty much washed out over the years. Well, folks, that about wraps up this week's video. I know it's not the Old West kind of story I usually do, however I hope you enjoyed it just the same. Please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you more old lost mine stories.